I just found another scripting letter and everything that I wrote down is now my reality. So join me in this video as I read to you what I have manifested in my latest scripting letter, and I'll also give you an overview of exactly how to use the scripting manifestation technique to manifest what you want into your life. This is a big one. I actually always write the date on the back of my scripting letter on the day that I write it, so that I can look back at times like this and remember, where was I back then when I wrote this, and also how long did it take to manifest. Not that that really matters, because it's best to trust in the divine timing, and things will always unfold in the perfect timing when we are ready for them. And it's best not to put pressure on forcing things to happen by a certain date, but it is fun to look back and see how long ago I wrote it, and now it's my reality. So I wrote this letter on the 31st of July 2023, and it is the 24th of July 2024. So just less than a year ago. All of these things actually manifested arguably a couple of months ago, but I found the letter again the other day, so here we are recording this now. If you've been on my channel for a while, I'm sure you've heard the scripting before, because it is my favorite manifestation technique. But if this video has somehow found you by the magic of YouTube and by the magic of manifestation, a quick overview of scripting. Essentially, you write a thank you letter. It can be to the universe, to your God, whoever you feel a connection to. And you write the thank you letter in advance for what you want to manifest, writing it as if it has already manifested into your life. I usually pick 4 to 6 things that I feel are within reach. They've got to feel like you have the potential now or in the near future to bring these things into your life. If you write things down on the scripting letter and you feel like, I don't even recognize this stuff, I don't even think that someone like me could ever have that in a million years, you're not going to be reading the letter with the right belief and excitement. There'll be a lot of resistance, a lot of doubt. So it doesn't work so well then. But what I find works best is when I write things that haven't happened yet, but my brain is open to them. My brain is like, yeah, that's possible. With the right focus, with the right intention, by being consistent in my actions, these things can come into my life, and I'm excited for them to. So I'm going to write a letter so that I can continue to focus my brain, my subconscious, and my energy on this is where we're going. This is what we're creating. This is what we're attracting. So I'm going to read you the letter now, and then stay tuned, because I'll explain why I worded it the way I worded it and what you need to do with your letter once you have written it. Dear universe, thank you so much. Jamie and I are now living in our dream villa in Spain. At the time when I wrote this, we were living in a 1-bedroom flat in London. Now we are living in a villa that feels so homely. It's been a journey to get here, but it's so awesome to look back and realize that, wow, this time last year, life looked so different. I continue. I feel so calm and at peace and blissfully grateful that this is our life now. It honestly feels overwhelming to realize that I wrote that when I wasn't here. The next paragraph says, I am so grateful that my business is thriving. We have more than enough money to pay for all our wants and needs, and I'm only working a couple of hours each day. I wanted to be in a situation with my business where, number 1, it's thriving, and number 2, I'm not working 12 hours a day. It has been my intention for the last year to redesign my relationship with my work-life balance, to condense what I do into only the needle moving activities and let go of all the fluff so that my days are efficient. Some days I work a couple of hours a day, some days it is a little bit more than that, but generally speaking, my work-life balance is so much better than it was. I feel balanced, rested, inspired, at peace. I mean, I don't feel those things 24/7. I'm still a human being. And I think that's important for us to remember, is that when you manifest your dream life, life is still gonna life. You know, life's gonna keep lifing. There will still be moments or days that aren't as peaceful or inspired as others, because we're human beings. But nevertheless, certainly this letter is a great reminder that I have a lot to be grateful for. and that my life is so much more balanced and I am so much more rested and at peace than I was when I wrote this. The next thing I wrote was, my content is all batched, scheduled in advance, and goes viral to the most amazing, positive, open-minded, supportive people. I feel effortless, abundant, and know how valuable my content is. And that's happened. Both on Instagram and on YouTube, I've had videos go more viral than I've ever experienced before. This last year, you know, not every video goes viral, but compared to where I was at in my social media journey a year ago, I've had countless videos go viral. I've had more views per month on YouTube than I've ever had before in the history of my channel. And same on Instagram. You know, I've had my Instagram account probably for a good 10 years. And this last year, especially around December, January, February, things were like, I'd post something and it would get a million views, I'd post another thing, a million, you know. Things ebb and flow. And that's important to remember as well, that, you know, we're not necessarily going to be on the same high every single day for the rest of our life. And I'm okay with that. But it's amazing that I can absolutely tick that off the list. My family is healthy and happy, and our relationships are more loving and peaceful than ever. I am so happy that they are happy. Whoa! Oh my gosh, when I wrote this, we were, you know, it was an emotional time for my family. I was planning on moving to Spain, and I know that that was incredibly challenging for my parents. And we navigated through some very big emotions together. Wow, connecting the dots looking backwards. Now my mum and dad are also in the process of moving to Spain. So, you know, it's like, wow, that wasn't even the plan a year ago. And now that I look back, my family is healthy, happy, and our relationships are more loving and peaceful than ever. I'm so happy that they are happy. They're happy, they're excited. The next one. I have made 3 new wonderful friends in Spain who get me. I underlined the word get. Who get me, understand me, support me, and make the effort to spend time with me. They are my new best friends. I wrote that, like I said, before I'd moved to Spain, and I did have this little concern in my mind. I thought to myself, I'm moving to a new country, age 31, from London, big city, to a small town. What if everyone in this small town has already got their friendship groups? What if they've already got their cliques and they're not going to be interested in finding new friends when I will be interested in making new friends because I've just moved to the place? And what if nobody is, you know, the same kind of weird woo-woo person as me, especially when it's a smaller place? And you know what? I have been blown away, first of all, by the amazing new friends I've met. I met one friend on the beach. She was journaling and I was just like, she looks like my kind of girl. So I went up and said hello to her, and now we're really great friends, and we've gone to things like sound bowl healing ceremonies together. You know, like that was the dream, to have friends who are into the same kind of woo-woo things as me and people to do that with. And here in this small town in Spain, and a couple of other amazing female friends as well, where like we've had days where we go to the beach together and just have 3-hour conversations that are so real and unfiltered, and we are there to listen to one another and hold space for one another. It feels like therapy, you know, when we meet up and chat. So once again, and these women are so, they get me, they understand me, they support me, they make the effort to spend time with me. I'm so grateful for that one. And when I wrote it, I thought I really, you know, there was a part of me that was like, I really hope that this can happen. There's a part of me that believed it would happen. It was like a mission. I was like, I want to find 3 new wonderful friends. You know, so I actively made the effort to meet new people, to reunite with old friends as well, who I knew 10 years ago when I lived here 10 years ago. I've just seen a bunch of photos of my mum and dad. They're looking so happy. It's their anniversary today as I record this video. Yay. The last paragraph I wrote was, Jamie and I are healthier, stronger, fitter, and happier than ever before. Our new lifestyle is so good for us, and it really is. Mentally, it's so good for us. And look, I'm tanned, I'm glowing, I look well. Do you know what I mean? If I say so myself. Hey, we're allowed to say so ourselves. We're allowed to. So I signed the letter off by saying, thank you so much for supporting me to live the life of my dreams. I love you, Lucie. Okay, so quick breakdown of how this works so that you can create your own equivalent of this scripting letter. And by the way, this scripting method has worked for thousands of people. I've received so many comments and emails and DMs from people who've manifested wild things into their reality, or who've just generally transformed every aspect of their life for the better with the help of scripting. And I've created a brand new step-by-step scripting guide, which you can download completely for free. It's in the description. So download that now while I walk you through why this letter worked the way that it does. So I open it up by saying, Dear whoever, thank you so much. So expressing gratitude straight away. And then what I do is I put each of my goals in a different small paragraph, which generally only has 2, maximum 3 sentences. The first sentence states what has happened, states what I want to happen as if it's happened in the past tense, right? So for example, I wrote, Jamie and I are now living in our dream villa in Spain, when we were not living in our dream villa in Spain, but I said it in the past tense like it had happened. Followed by a sentence that described how I feel now that that is my reality. I feel so calm and at peace and blissfully grateful that this is our life now. And notice that I thought carefully about, how do I want to feel? What will open up to me? What will I be able to feel more of the time when this has happened? And that's why I specifically wrote down those things. I didn't just say it feels good, okay? Because when you read this, you want the letter to help you to feel that now. So the more specific and descriptive you can be about how you feel, the better. So I do that with each of the paragraphs. I signed it off, I write the date at the back, and that's your letter. Then what you're going to do is put this letter on your bedside table. If you have your phone next to your bed, place your letter on top of the phone so that every morning when you wake up, before you scroll, you read your scripting letter. Your brain is transitioning from sleeping to waking through the theta frequency, which means your subconscious mind is more open and more susceptible, and you are starting your day reading your scripting letter. It doesn't matter whether you read it in your head or out loud. It doesn't matter if every day you're not feeling it 100%, but try your best to let the letter take you there and let yourself feel those feelings. Let it help you to feel confident and to believe. Also, every night before you fall asleep, the last thing that you do before you turn out the light, read this letter, so that then as you lie down and you drift off to sleep, your mind is digesting and processing the letter. Your mind is absorbing what you are saying has happened as you drift into sleep. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. If you're telling it, this is how our life is now, your subconscious mind just absorbs that, receives it, processes it, and then looks for things that marry up with that and attract you to things that are in alignment with what you have written. So do that every morning and every night. Just read it to yourself. Do that for about 30 days and then go live your life, okay? Know and trust that you have done the work to imprint it into your brain. Then what's important is that you go out and you interact with life in a way where you grab the opportunities. You take the aligned action. You show up knowing that this is inevitable. That's how I feel with my letters. I don't know when exactly it's gonna happen. I'm not pressuring whether it happens in 3 months, 2 weeks, 6 months, a year. I just know it's gonna happen. I know that I'm gonna be able to tick everything off, okay? Sometimes it all ticks off. There have been letters where I haven't ticked one thing off, maybe 2 things, but the rest has manifested. And those things that didn't tick off, I realized it wasn't really for me. Or I realized that I wanted to actually take things in a different direction. Or I realized that I haven't ticked it off yet. And there's a bit of leveling up that I get to do, or some deeper subconscious healing work that I get to do to help those things manifest. And that's the kind of deeper work I do within my Align manifestation program. So stay open to the signs, the synchronicities, the opportunities. Grab them with both hands when they happen in the weeks and months to follow. And I'm excited to hear about your manifestation success with scripting. Last thing I would say is play it like a game, okay? Keep it fun, keep it lighthearted. That's when scripting works best. That's when it's always worked best for me. When I'm excited about it, I'm not putting loads of pressure and desperation on it. Approach it with a playful energy. That's a high vibrational energy, and your frequency makes a huge difference. We attract what we think, act, and feel, okay? And this letter can help you with the thinking part and the feeling part. You get to do the acting part as well, where you take action, and that's where the magic happens, when those things come together. So remember to download your free step-by-step scripting guide in the description if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for your support on this journey. It's been amazing scripting with so many of you. If you found this video useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so you never miss another video. Until next time, bye!